commissioners. Please raise hand to be recognized and to comment under communications or any other agenda items. You're allowed 3 minutes to speak per agenda item. Let's see. Only attendees using Zoom application can use the raise hand option to comment. And then participants calling in from a telephone will only be able to listen and cannot provide feedback or public comment. So lastly, because we're not all in the same room, all the votes in this meeting will be taken by roll call.
Lucy, did you want to go ahead and do the roll call?
Yes. Okay, Jessica?
Here.
Liara?
Here.
Kavea?
Here.
Savannah? Okay. Sahil? We don't have Sahil yet either. Logan?
Here.
Hughes? Do we have Matthew here yet?
Oh,
Yeah, Matthew's here.
Thought I saw you. Aiden? Okay, Aiden. And Solan?
I don't see Sloan.
Okay, so as per my count here, we don't have 3 then? Is that correct?
That is correct. That's what I have as well.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
We have a quorum.
So Savannah, I believe you're the chair of your co-chair, correct?
Yeah, Savannah and I are co-chairs.
Okay, did you want to go ahead and start with the agenda?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so first, for our new business, could I, does anyone want to approve the motion to approve the meeting minutes from the November 9th Youth Commission meeting?
So we need a commissioner to give a motion to approve, and we need somebody to second that approval.
Okay.
I'll motion. Oh, sorry. You can do it.
I second
oh,
that motion.
All right, sounds good. So I motion.
Okay, sounds like we have a motion by Matthew and a second by, who was that?
It was Logan.
Logan? Okay, Logan. All right, let me take a vote here. Jessica?
Aye.
Liara?
Aye.
Kavea?
Aye.
Logan?
Aye.
And Matthew?
Aye.
Okay, motion passes 5-0.
Okay, and the next order of business is we need to start working on the West Valley Clean Water Authority Community Project. So could someone update me on where we are with that? Sorry, what for my messages.
Savannah Leonardis, did you want to take that on, or did you want me to go ahead and introduce Julie Scher from West Valley Clean Water?
Thank you, Michelle. Let's introduce Julie, and then from there we can gauge the Commission's interest in moving forward with the project. I did not get a chance to get back in touch with Jackie Rose about the joint aspect of the project, or whether the Los Gatos Youth Commission is also engaging, but maybe Julie can fill us in on that. So let's open it up to her, and then we will go forward from there.
Okay, Julie's got some audio issues, so let me help her call and give us 1 second. Hey, Julie, can you hear us?
Hi, finally. So
Okay,
sorry.
perfect. No worries.
Now now it sounds like there's some bad feedback. Yep. Okay,
Julie, if you lower the volume on your computer all the way and then just talk through your phone,
okay.
you
Is
won't
that
get
better?
that feedback. Yes. We're not hearing it, but if you're getting it on your end, just lower the computer
Okay.
volume all the way down and then just speak through the phone.
Okay, I got it now. Okay, thanks so much. Okay, so going to, I think I was going to start with giving a little background again on West Valley Clean Water Program. If you all remember, a couple months ago, I think Sheila was here giving a PowerPoint about this. And so just as a refresher, our mission basically is to keep pollutants out of storm drains. So it's different from other water programs, your drinking water and such, in that the storm drains in the street, whenever it rains and water flushes down into those storm drains, that's where they can carry pollutants, and they go straight to the creeks and onto the bay, and they have no treatment. So that can take a lot of pollutants with it, and that is our mission, basically, to keep pollution out of those storm drains. That's in a quick nutshell, anyway. And we've received a grant last year to work with the youth commissions on a project that might be of interest to you that is somehow related to an environmental aspect, maybe, of our program. So I think we talked about some ideas with you a couple months ago, but then you also talked about how you could possibly work together with the Los Gatos Commission. And last month we met with the Los Gatos Commission. Well, actually with just two of their members because they're from the environmental kind of subcommittee. And they talked about, they had 3 ideas that they started narrowing it down to. And those were, let me get over to my notes. One, they wanted to possibly work with local green businesses, or there's a thing called the green business, and they wanted to work with local businesses to get them more green. So that's what that one was. And then another idea was adopt a storm drain. So they would advertise out there to residents to adopt their, not necessarily the closest storm drain to where they live or something, but maybe something that would receive more, could potentially receive more pollution. And then there is money in the grant to possibly buy some grabbers and well, trash bags and gloves and things like that. So that was another idea. And then their last idea was about working with businesses on a straw pledge or an ordinance passed with the city. And there was some talk about how that there may have already been something passed by the state level. So they were kind of going to research that a little bit more. And then there was one more final thing, is to work at the school level, like Los Gatos High School, I think, about presenting some Earth Smart actions. And they were very surprised at the fact that Los Gatos High School, I think until last year, had not even had a recycling program at their school. So they were just interested in possibly thinking about what they could do at the high school level. So it was Jack and Cameron that we were talking to, and they were going to go back and talk with the rest of their subcommittee commissioners and try to decide what they wanted to do. And in the meantime, I think they did want to try to connect with you, and I don't know if that's happened yet. So I wanted to ask you, any of you, if anybody's made a connection there yet.
So I would suggest, did we form a subcommittee of the Youth Commission for this project in our introductory meeting when West Valley Clean Water was here last time? Did we form an ad hoc committee?
I don't believe a committee was formed, City Manager.
Okay, I think maybe what we could possibly do as a path forward is get a couple commissioners to form an ad hoc committee to meet with Jack and Camera to see if they want to do a joint project with them. Of the projects that Julie mentioned, I think Adopt a Storm Drain kind of jumps out at me as being one that's feasible, tangible, achievable, understandable, doesn't require a lot of, going to businesses or trying to draft ordinance language, which I think becomes more complex. Julie, do you have a program like that already in play that's kind of something that has been done in our area or with another jurisdiction that they
Actually, we haven't done it here in the West Valley cities yet, but we researched it a few years ago, and so we have some examples of other cities that are doing it. So yeah, we'd have a little bit of a template there.
That's excellent. Okay, so that would be my kind of initial guidance on this thing, and I'd like to see what the youth commissioners, how they deliberate on this and what their thoughts are about moving forward with this project.
Oh, I did want to mention also that we found out that Campbell recently decided on what project they wanted to do, and they decided on an art contest where an artist would come up with an environmental theme to, I'm not exactly sure what placement where the mural or artwork would take place yet, but they were going to offer 100. We could actually get reimbursed from our grant for $100 gift card, so that could be that was going to be their incentive to get the art contest going. So just wanted to let you know about that.
All right, so turn it over to the chair to bring this item for more discussion among the youth commissioners.
All right. Yeah. See, yeah, personally, I'd love to be on like a subcommittee to work on this. I think that's super cool. I actually really like Campbell's idea of doing like an art contest or I think that could be like a really cool way for us to like, get the word out. And I think that'd also be like a pretty cool way to engage the youth of the city, which would be really nice because I don't think there's too many opportunities for all of us to connect. So, I think art is definitely like a way that'd be like pretty cool to connect us, and it'd be really fun for us to do something like that as well. But yeah, I agree. I like the adopt a drain idea as well. I think that's pretty on brand with maybe some projects we've done in the past few years, and I think like that could also be pretty doable for us. Or any other thoughts?
So about the Adopt a Drain project, we have a key club at Los Gatos High, and it's basically just like community service. So I feel like we could also like approach the president of the club and like try and collaborate with them and give them an opportunity to adopt a drain. So I think that would be cool.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Any other commissioner thoughts?
I really
I agree with oh, sorry. I really like the adopt the drain because I think it's just super cool, and honestly like it's very, I think as a community, like pollution and clean water has been something that's like California has been a little bit struggling with. So it'd be cool to make an impact through our small community in the first place. And I also really like the art idea because I feel like, art can connect people in many ways. And it's just a fun project that the youth could do, like Kavya said, just to bring the youth together and just to put something that we want to do, environmental impact, into something that everyone, could do as well. So I really like that. If there's a way to like morph the two, it would be perfect.
I was gonna say I also kind of like the adopt a drain idea, and like I like involving the other high schoolers with it as well.
All right. Any other thoughts on possible ideas? Well, no. Okay. Well, oh. I think it feels like we have like maybe two ideas that like we're like commissioners are pretty set on. Are there any other ideas like out of what Julie mentioned that really like stick out to anybody? All right, cool. Then then I think we should maybe talk about these two. So yeah, so as far as these two go, do people have, which one do you guys think? I think a huge thing for us like as a youth commission, since we're like we have like a few problems this year, is that we're a bit smaller than usual and we're also online. And so I think like one of the huge things that would be really great is like maybe like the feasibility of a task. So, and I think it'd be great if we like took on something that we could definitely like execute really well. So does anybody have any like thoughts on which one you guys think might be easier for us right now or anything like that?
I feel like
I,
I'm sorry.
well, I was going to say, I would say based on what Chair Kavya just said, probably the storm drain idea. The art project is definitely a cool concept, no doubt. But being that we're still in the pandemic and operating mostly online, I think something that has kind of a beginning and an end that could be achieved is something to focus towards. And I think that would be a good one. And it's the fact that it hasn't been done yet by West Valley Clean Water, I think presents a wonderful opportunity. Not like if Monte Sereno joins with Los Gatos and creates that, because Campbell's already working on an art project, right? But say Los Gatos and Monte Sereno youth commissioners kind of create the whole program or the whole concept on behalf of the West Valley Clean Water Program, and they adopt the program that you all created. I think that's wonderful because that would be applicable to Campbell and Saratoga as well as Los Gatos and Monte Sereno.
Yes.
Yeah, I fully agree. I think it'd be really cool to like get like a brand new program like going, like something that we could start. I think one of the things that we should probably do is reach out to Jack and Cameron from the Los Gatos Youth Commission and like maybe see how like I think we should see how we can like collaborate, because something like this I think it'd be pretty great to have like more hands on deck kind of thing. So does anyone I'd be willing to reach out to them as well. Does anybody else also want to take lead on maybe like reaching out to them and maybe forming a subcommittee?
I really like that.
Hey, that'd be great. Yeah. Okay, so well, I think then we should probably discuss a few things. One, we should reach out to them and see how we can get this started, and by next meeting, probably like formalize a pretty concrete plan of how to take this forward. Two, it'd be great if we could form a subcommittee of us that are like pretty interested in taking this project forward. Is anyone I know Logan, you've expressed interest, so that'd be really cool. Is anyone else also interested in being part of the subcommittee?
I would also like to join. I think like with the subcommittee you could do, because I know Kavya and Logan were the first two to speak up, so they could be like the head of the subcommittee, while like anyone else who wants to join could just help out, but like let them like be the coordinators or the lead.
So
I'm
we
willing.
can have up to 4 people on the subcommittee, for it not to be a quorum of the commission. So that's just the thought.
All right, cool. So so do you guys think we should do this as a subcommittee, or like just all of us as a youth commission make this a full, all 9 of us this year, make it a full combined effort?
I feel like with like the amount of people, because I know that this year is a bit unorthodox, because previous years we had like 12 or something, and the fact that we only have less numbers this year, I think it would be like, I would encourage, no pressure, encourage everyone. Like I would hope that this would be like a full on, because I know like especially this year with like the pandemic, even though we expect it to go back, I just want something like, because it's nearing the end of the year, just also end of the school or its second semester, it's just, it would be great if we all could do a project together that's like start and finish. So I encourage, my take on it is that I would like to have the full youth commission to do it, but again, if you're busy, then it's just no big deal, but that's my 2 cents.
So based on what Savannah just said, you do have, it'd be nice to get something kind of nailed down the next 2 or 3 months, the next 2 or 3 meetings. So by the time May and June roll around, we have a project in the can. We also have the Social Justice Award, which is already creative. It's basically launching it and getting the word out there to the school, and then you will all select a winner, and that winner those winner would be presented to the council for selection or acknowledgement in the June meeting. So that project is still out there, but I think based on what I've heard from the discussion, a good approach would be to have anywhere from 1 to 4 of you or 2 to 4 of you, approach Jack and Cameron. Obviously, the more people you have involved, the more great minds you have, but it's the more people that have to coordinate. But maybe approach Jack and Cameron and said, Monte Sereno Youth Commission had a discussion, and we came up with this idea of trying to adopt the storm drain out of the 4 ideas that you guys have been brainstorming. We would like to team up with you to make that project a reality between both of our youth commissions, and then present it to the West Valley Clean Water Program for adoption. Try to get that done by, May, essentially. So it can be discussed February, March, April type of thing, and then adopt it in May at the latest.
Yeah,
So I guess somebody could make a motion to, nominate a couple of you as kind of a subcommittee to reach out to Jack and Cameron and kind of plant the ideas in their head, the discussion of this meeting. And then from there, bring it back. They say, yes, we want to go with the storm drain idea. Then we'll come, our staff at Monte Sereno will come back next time with some examples from the other programs that were created, and see if we can start implementing that for our program here.
I thought it was Kavi and Logan who were going to, unless we want more people. I thought too, like, because I know they have 2 people, it might be just sufficient for us to also do 2, just for like communication, like efficiency purposes. But that's what I initially thought, that it would be Kavi and Logan. But if we want to change that, we could talk about it.
That's what I initially had heard as well. So I would recommend, if you wanted to make a motion, Kavya, as the chair, or have someone make a motion, and then we'll get a vote on it to nominate 2. And the direction would be, whoever those 2 are chosen, reach out to Jack and Cameron. You would do that through Monte Sereno staff, Miss Radcliffe, or we'll call her Miss Estabio, actually.
Yes,
Changing
so
her
what
name
I
on us.
will, yeah, sorry. So once we decide who the two of the subcommittee for this project would be, I'll send an email to Jackie, because I know she's anxious to get the names to get this started. And I do believe she has dates already set, so I could start that communication between the two municipalities and get this project going.
Yeah, that would be perfect. Okay, so then in that case, I motion to nominate Logan and I don't know if I can do this, but myself to reach out to the Los Gatos Youth Commission to get this project started.
I second that motion.
I'm sorry, I didn't get the second. Who was that?
Me, Ilaria.
Oh, Ilaria. Thank you, Ilaria. Sorry about that.
Okay, so we'll do a roll call vote.
Yes.
Sorry
I'll go
about
ahead.
that.
Yeah.
Jessica,
Aye.
Liara,
Aye.
Savannah,
Aye.
Logan,
Aye.
Matthew,
Aye.
Kavea,
Aye.
and Solon.
Aye.
All right. Motion passes.
Great, thank you. I don't know, we don't have any committee or commission reports. Council member comments. Council member Lawler, did you have anything to share with the group?
Not at this time. I'm excited about this new project. Thank you.
Perfect. I actually have a request. I'm going to be sending out the schedule for the Youth Commission meeting schedule for the remainder of the year, just to ensure that that's all on your calendar, so you know when they're happening. But I also wanted to know what your preferred form of communication is. I know some prefer email, some prefer text, some prefer phone calls. Just an easier way for staff to get a hold of you if we need to. So when I send you the email for the Youth Commission schedule, if you could just reply back to let me know what your preferred method of communication is, and if there's a cell phone number that you'd like us to text you at or call you at, if you can include that, I'd really appreciate it.
And I would like to add a congratulations to all of you for the coat drive that you hosted on behalf of Monte Sereno. We collected about 80 articles of clothing, not just coats, but all kinds of things. And they're already in my truck, and I'm planning on bringing those to West Valley Community Services and maybe one other local agency for distribution. We'll be sending out kind of a little press release on that, giving you some kudos. And that's something you can all be very proud of. And if you are still doing your college interviews, you can make reference to when you get interviewed for for your school admissions. Do they still do that? I don't even know. But congratulations.
Okay. If nobody has any other questions or comments, we can adjourn the meeting.
I just wanted to find out if you would like me to send you an example from from a city that we might have for a Adopt a Drain program.
Yes,
Would I
Julie.
send that to you, Michelle?
Yes, if you could send that to me, I'll be sure to get it out to the commission.
Okay, sounds good.
Great. Thank you for joining us, Julie.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Have a good evening.
Excited. All right. Good night, everyone. Stay safe.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.